hail. And from earlier reports that we received, I know on our Facebook page, our KFOR 1240 Facebook page, we have seen a lot of people sending photos tonight of the hail that they have received around the Lincoln area, mainly to the south of Lincoln, and it was over around Rocaberry Farm. We saw some golf ball-sized hail reported in that area, and it sounds like that might have hurt some of the crops that they've had there, that they had from the earlier harvest and so forth, but hopefully it's nothing too significant, and we want to warn you again that that is still another threat with these thunderstorms as they work their way toward the south and east. It is 8:47 on KFOR 1240. 106.3 KFRX, 92.9 The Eagle, 104.1 The Blaze, Kicks 96.9, and ESPN 1480. And it looks like now that we have not seen any reissuance of these thunderstorm warning that was in effect for southeastern Lancaster County and for southwestern Odo County. Getting some storm reports. We have now had a report of a tornado on the ground. And this was reported about 1 mile north of Adams. And this was reported by law enforcement in Gage County. The report was of a tornado crossing Highway 77 north of Cortland. Okay, so this has just been confirmed by law enforcement. It sounds like either in southern Lancaster County or northern Gage County that there was a report of a tornado, and it was crossing Highway 77 north of Cortland. This was reported here, at least 20-some minutes ago, but this is just coming down as a storm report from the National Weather Service office in Valley. And so the threat still exists, at least for another 12 minutes. A tornado warning continuing for southeastern Lancaster County, northwestern Gage, or northeastern Gage, and northwestern Johnson counties, again until 9 o'clock tonight. So, really quick, as we take a look here at some of the other storm reports, Storm Chaser reporting a tornado 2 miles northeast of Adams in northeastern Gage County here just a short time ago, about 10-15 minutes ago is what they were reporting. Again, a tornado 2 miles northeast of Adams, that being reported by a Storm Chaser in the area. And so, another good idea again is to take cover, with that potential still existing. And we have not had any other confirmation if this thing is still on the ground or if it's redeveloped and maybe posing as another threat. Now we're seeing a possible signature showing up on radar of a possible rotation just to the north and west of Sterling. Okay, now this is zeroing in on the Sterling area of northwestern Johnson County. If you're listening to us tonight down there, please be below ground. A very dangerous situation. We've had 2 reports of tornadoes, mainly to the north of Adams. And this is a very concerning situation. If you are in the Sterling area, get down below ground, please take cover. The potential is still there for more tornado development here with this storm cell. And if you are in the Sterling area and in between there and Adams, be in safe shelter at the moment. Here in the Lincoln area, in the Lincoln Metro, we are doing okay. The storms have moved out of the area. It's dried out. Things are starting to dry out as the sun is set. And we're still watching to the south and east of us, though, for some very dangerous weather conditions. It sounds like now we've had 2 confirmed reports of a tornado, one to the north of Adams, one to the northeast of Adams. And the signature on the radar is still indicating there's a possible hook with this cell, the southern end of the cell. It's moving off toward the southeast, and it is heading toward the Sterling area. If you are in Sterling, any of the rural areas around northwestern Johnson County, you need to be in your basement right now. The tornado warning continues for another 10 minutes until 9 o'clock tonight. This is now mainly affecting northwestern Johnson County. It looks like maybe the threat has subsided as far as the Lincoln area, or the southeastern corner of Lancaster County is concerned. The latest statement that we have now from the National Weather Service is that we have a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado near Sterling, or 20 miles northeast of Beatrice. It is moving southeast at about 20 miles per hour. And the main threat The main threat being a tornado and ping pong ball sized hail in that area of northwestern Johnson County. This tornado, this possible storm, this dangerous storm will be near Sterling here in the next 9 minutes. If you are in the Sterling area, please take cover. If you're in Adams, you should still be in your basement right now. It sounds like the folks in southeastern Lancaster County, it sounds like the threat has maybe moved out of the area, and that may be good news, but the warning is still officially in effect. But right behind that, they're still tracking what could be some more rotation behind that cell. And it looks like the spot that they're watching is right along Highway 43, just north of the county line, north of the Lancaster-Gage County line is what they're watching for another possible area of rotation. Now, we got two areas of concern. One is just in the northwest of Sterling. Another one, it looks like now, maybe right along Highway 43 between Panama and Adams and far southeastern Lancaster County. So therefore, the tornado warning still in effect until 9 o'clock for those three areas that I mentioned: southeastern Lancaster, northeastern Gage, and northwestern Johnson County. So if you're in those areas, please take cover at the present time. Earlier this evening, we had large hail reports that were coming in from mainly the southern areas of Lancaster County, also northwestern Johnson County. I know around Sterling earlier this evening, there were reports of anywhere from golf ball to almost baseball-sized hail. We heard at one point that some of the hail, some of the smaller-sized hail in Sterling was covering the ground on the eastern side of town. And we had some other reports of some golf ball-sized hail in Hickman earlier this evening. In town, here in Lincoln, there was dime-sized hail reported in eastern Lincoln as well. So that's all we know at the present time. And I know we're getting some calls coming in here to the station. We're going to take this on the fly right now. Hi, you're on the air. Who's this?
Hi, Jeff. It's Dale.
Oh, Dale Johnson from the KFOR newsroom with us tonight.
Hey, Jeff. I just wanted to rejoin you here this evening just to let folks know that now that the sun has set, it makes it that much more difficult for the layperson to be able to see what's coming. So this is where we rely on the trained spotters. And you've already mentioned that, I believe, law enforcement, which in quite a few cases around, especially in Lancaster County, there are law enforcement officials that are trained through the spotters network to be able to man some of these designated sites around the county. Now, I don't know about Johnson County, but it's not uncommon for law enforcement to go out and to post themselves at specific spots. And with the training that they have, they turn themselves into spotters. So if a law enforcement official sees this, that lends some credence to the fact that it probably was rotation. It's spotted by a member of the law enforcement. So people in that area need to rely on the information that we're getting from the spotters and the National Weather Service is getting from the spotters, because now that the sun is set, we can't see it for ourselves.
Well, Dale, let's really quick kind of recap the reports that we have that have come in from the National Weather Service, or to the National Weather Service around the field. We had two reports of tornado touchdowns. One about a mile north of Adams. That was reported by law enforcement. And there was a report apparently of one that crossed Highway 70